Hey guys, up? Back with another video. This time I'm going to do my review of WrestleMania 17. So let's get this underway, shall we? From WrestleMania, we got WrestleMania 17 from the Houston, Texas. Houston, we have a problem. Stone Cold Rock on the cover. Let's have a look at the discs, shall we? I know how much people love discs. Yummy, there's two of them. Oh, blimey. Let's shut that disc because I can barely contain myself. Can barely contain the excitement. Anyway, let's get this underway, shall we? We kicked off the show with Chris Jericho defending the Intercontinental Championship against William Regal. It was a fine opener. It was a bit short. The finish came out of nowhere. But it was a pretty fine opener for what it was. It could have done with another couple of minutes added on, but it was what it was. No complaints, really. Chris Jericho retained, and it was a really good stuff. Really good match. Really good way to open WrestleMania 17. Then we had the next match. We had Right to Censor Right to Censor. We got the Good Father, Val Venus, and Bull Buchanan taking on the team of the APA and Taz. That's Farouk and Bradshaw and Taz, just in case anyone was concerned or, this is their first time out wondering. You never know. Anyway, this was okay. Didn't really feel like a WrestleMania match, but for what it was okay. And the babyfaces got the win. And pretty good stuff. It was okay. Then we had the next match, which is a really good match right here. We have Raven defending the Hardcore Championship in a triple threat hardcore match against Kane and the Big Show. Oh my God, this was great. This was brutal. This was hilarious at times with the whole the golf carts and backstage stuff, and Raven almost driving over the wire that has the electricity to the power up to the arena, which was crazy. And yeah, it was a pretty good match, pretty awesome stuff. It was just crazy, hardcore title shenanigans as you would expect, and really good stuff. So yeah, really enjoyed this match. And Kane wins the hardcore title. Just awesome stuff right there. Next match we had Test defending the European Championship against Eddie Guerrero. This was okay. There was too much interference for my liking with Perry Saturn and Dean Malenko, but still Eddie Guerrero and Test went in there and had a great match. It was fine. No real problems apart from the interference, of course. But that was to be expected, as Eddie Guerrero had the Radicals by his side by that time. So it was okay, but it was what it was. Anyway, next match we have Chris Benoit taking on Kurt Angle. Holy crap, this was good. Great match right here. Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, very good technical wrestling match that turned into a brawl, which turned into a normal wrestling match. And Kurt Angle sneaks out the win, the little sneaky devil that Kurt Angle is. We're hooking the tights, and it was pretty good stuff. No complaints here. Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, awesome stuff. You can always expect a great match between these two, and this was no different. Awesome stuff. Next match, we had Ivory taking on China for the WWF Women's Championship. This was a squash match, and it was a bloody excellent one. I love this one. It was a great squash match. It was China getting revenge on the Right to Censor for injuring her neck, and she did that in a way by getting revenge on the Pipsqueak known as Ivory. So I come up with a Pipsqueak line. JR called her a lapdog. So it was fun stuff right here. It was a fun squash match, went exactly how it needed to go, and got no problem with that one. Then we had the next match. We had Vince McMahon, damn it, taking on Shane McMahon in a street fight with Mick Foley as the guest referee. This was the most sports entertainment match I think I've ever seen. It was exactly what it needed to be. Shane McMahon doing crazy stunts as Shane McMahon always does. Vince being Vince and being entertaining with this storyline drama involving Trish Stratus and Stephanie and Linda McMahon in a wheelchair. and her, that pop that she got when she came out of the wheelchair and she kicked Vince right in the balls. Don't tell, she kicked me in my greatness. Yes, okay, Vince, shut up. You shut up. Okay, we're not starting that shit again. Anyhow, yeah, it was pretty fun stuff. It was a really good match, and of course Shane McMahon taking a page out of Rob Van Dam's playbook by hitting the coast to coast. I think this was the first time Shane McMahon actually hit it, and pretty cool stuff, awesome stuff, very entertaining, good stuff. Then we had TLC 2. We had tables, ladders, and chairs, the second tables, ladders, and chairs match ever. We had the Dudley Boys taking on Edge and Christian, taking on the Hardy Boys. This was, as you can imagine, this was crazy. This was awesome. There's too many spots to go through. But the famous one of Edge go off the top of the ladder, spearing Jeff Hardy through it. Spearing Jeff Hardy, who's hanging from the belts. Awesome stuff. The table bumps. Spike Dudley, Lita, and Rhino getting involved and having some part of the match. Pretty awesome stuff. And it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal stuff. I can't say anything bad about it. I can't even think about anything that can't even think of anyone who could say anything bad about it, apart from the fact that maybe it shortened their careers, but that's about it. But apart from that, awesome stuff. And no complaints here. Just rearranging me lights a little bit. There you go. So no complaints here. Awesome stuff. Then we had the gimmick battle royal. It was some silly nonsense. The gimmick battle royal. You had Jim Cornette in there. You had Iron Sheik. Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary was like, by the time Iron Sheik gets to the ring, it'll be WrestleMania 38. Well, guess what, Bobby? WrestleMania 38 is just gone, and I think Iron Sheik may have made it to the ring by then. Anyway, Iron Sheik wins this match. It didn't outstay its welcome. I think the entrances were longer than the actual match itself. It was harmless fun. I didn't really care too much about it, but I'm not going to moan about it. I'm not going to moan at all about it because it was just it didn't outstay its welcome. So I thought it was okay, and it was over within like a couple of minutes when the match actually started. So pretty cool stuff. Then the next match we had the Undertaker taking on Triple H. This was a good match, not their best match that I've ever seen, but it was really good. There was some silly parts in it where the referee got knocked out for like 10 minutes and didn't move at all, so that Undertaker and Triple H could brawl through the crowd and have their little spots in the crowd. But apart from that, it was a pretty good match. Undertaker got busted open with the sledgehammer, but was able to hold on to the streak for a couple more years, well, several more years. And we added another one to thingy. This match between Triple H and Undertaker is kind of like the forgotten WrestleMania match because when they had their two matches in 2011 and 2012 for WrestleMania 27 and 28, they kind of don't bring up the fact that they've already had a match at WrestleMania 17. So but this match was pretty good. As I said, not their best match. Like their WrestleMania 28 and 27 match was better, but pretty good stuff. And no complaints. I think I've said that too many times in this video. No complaints. No complaints! It's WrestleMania freaking 17, people. What do you want me to say? Anyhow, then we have the main event. We have Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on The Rock for the WWF Championship. And bloody hell, this was an awesome main event. I forgot how great this match was. Last time I watched this match before today was, I think it was like 2020, I think, during the pandemic. And it was a very depressing time back then. So, I'm kind of glad that I was able to watch it today, and thanks, Dan, for suggesting this. So pretty good stuff. Anyway, back to the main event itself. This is awesome stuff. Rock and Stone Cold went in there, and they had a great battle, bloody battle. It was made no disqualification last minute, and JR was on commentary. JR was on commentary going, "Hey, when did that happen?" So that was pretty good. You could see from the moment Stone Cold Steve Austin came out that he had it in his eyes. You can tell by his eyes, going back, like, that he had already sold out, and, you would just, like, you just didn't know it yet. And, throughout the match, he was acting more like as a bad guy, as a heel, than he was a babyface, and, very desperate to win the championship, and it was just awesome. It was just an awesome story, and of course the shocking conclusion of the match when Vince McMahon and Stone Cold align together and take out The Rock, and Vince helps Stone Cold to win the championship. Shocking turn of events. I've always gone back and forth with should it had happened or not. I can see both sides. With the whole, like, kind of the end of the Attitude Era, kind of, and, people kind of tuning out after this WrestleMania, because the believability of Austin and Vince getting together was kind of obscure and all that stuff. And I can see both sides. Austin has gone on record and saying that he needed a change, and I get that, I get it. But me personally, as I said, I can go back and forth with it. It's a very hard one. Like, I understand the reason. I mean, I love Stone Cold when he just goes out there and stuns Vince. So it was very weird watching them walk out together and be a team. So, and knowing exactly where it's leading, yeah. I think that they should have had the match exactly how it was, exactly how it played out. But at the end, instead of shaking Vince McMahon's hand, Austin should have stunned him. I think Austin actually said that himself. So. I think I may be repeating what Stone Cold said once. What? Stone Cold Steve Austin. I had to get my Stone Cold in there. And anyway, yeah. So tell me what you think. Tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you think of what you reckon. What's your opinion on should Austin turn heel at WrestleMania and joined up with Vince? Anyway, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. Awesome WrestleMania, one of the best of all time. Definitely suggest anyone watch this event. If you're new to the product, or if you're new to WWF, or new to WWE or wrestling in general, this is the granddaddy of them all. WrestleMania 17, one of the greatest events of all time, and I got nothing bad to say about it. So, good big thumbs up for that one. Thanks, Dan, for suggesting this, as I said. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Oh, hell yeah!